ni Spear.
Very interesting. That's quite nice, no? Kasi, yes, the Xin Zhao is not around, but another great skirmishing jungler would also be the Nidalee. We are gonna see that against the Gragas, which I think I'm not so sure about the jungle matchup there, but I do think Nidalee will be faster, than the Gragas during the early phases of the game. So that will give a pretty nice early to mid game, especially with the Lucian, with the Alistar. That's a pretty nice mid game composition already for IPT. So Venatus though, will they? Yes, they will. They actually continue the Swain trend we've had all day. Every single match we've had a Swain so far in the bot lane. So this is Thresh Swain.
Nakita naman natin kahapon yan. I think one of the teams used it. Thresh and Swain. Kumbaga kapag may nahuli silang isa ng root, probably the death sentence will come next. Tapos, if ever man na malagay sa alanganan dito si Wisteria Tiger, lalabag lang yung Lantern and all the mobility na problema ng Swain, mawawala. Ganun yung synergy nila pareho. Sobrang sulit. Pero IPT, I think Spear will have one hell of a game. I've experienced this Nidalee firsthand. dito nila kami tinalo sa PGS qualifiers.
Yes.
Jengski, ginamit nila sa amin yan. Walang sinagot yung mga players ko. Talagang ang solid niya gumalaw, yung rotation niya is on point, and I want to see another phenomenal performance coming out here from Spear. Pero dito, naku, medyo yung core Venatus dito, hindi sila nagpalit masyado in terms of
their style. Yung Vayne lang actually yung natanggal siguro sa composition nila from the first game they had today. But yeah, this is gonna look like it's gonna be an exciting game kasi sobrang skirmish heavy niya. You have the Nidalee, you have the Alistar and the Lucian, very strong during the early to mid game. And then on the other side, meron ka namang Urgot, you've got the Thresh and the Swain. So sobrang this bot lane I think is really gonna be a really heavy skirmish lane, no? Kasi Lucian and Swain and Thresh, they just want to fight for days.
For the middle lane, gusto ko yung setup na ginawa ng IP dito eh. Get light on that rise. Hulihin mo siya ng snare. Spear can just come in and do whatever he wants. At the same time, ganun rin naman dito sa may kabila. Gragas will be much online much earlier with the body slam. As long as he has his level 3, I think pwede na sila mag-ikutan dito. Pero ito yung kasi yung ino-open eh. Kumbaga ito yung ino-open ng isang Rise para sa isang Nidalee with that snare. Ang dali mo gumalaw eh. Oo. And when you get a snare, then you just throw the spear. Hindi mo man siya mapatay. Pero you dealt significant damage that will be carried out through the laning stages. Pero yun na nga mga kaibigan, I think it is time to head into the game. The Summoner's Rift is gonna open in a bit. Pero ito na nga, bukas tayo mga kaibigan. And let us go for the team rundown. For the side dito ng Core Venatus, it's going to be Jade as the Urgot, Makaru Opa as the Gragas, Kitanda on the Victor, Wisteria Tiger as a Swain, and Jawe on that Thresh.
Yes, meanwhile for IPT on the top side, it's going to be Icaros on Sion, Spear as Nidalee. We've got Marky. Actually, wait. Marky, wait. Okay. Baka nagkaano lang ng placement, pero I believe that's going to be Light, in the mid lane as Rise, Marky, and Yuki in the bot lane as Lucian and Alistar. Medyo nagulo lang ako dun sa placement niya,
actually,
pero akala ko Lucian mid lane eh. Pero yeah, it's gonna be standard lanes pretty much.
Malay mo, tapatan siya ni Marky. Wala lang, trip niya lang eh.
Yeah, pwede. Lucian mid, that used to be a thing. Pero tignan na natin as the game progresses for the side of Core Venatus again, no?
Actually, naaalala ko yung mid Lucian na yun. Ano nga ba yung build na ginagawa nun?
Hindi ko nang maalala kung ano yung
basta
build niya.
Basta parang sobrang tagal na nun.
Yeah, tagal na nun. There was also time na Ezreal mid lane was a thing. So, back in the day, though those days are almost forgotten now. Pero it is gonna be standard pretty much. We're gonna see Red start here from Spear. So, definitely, looking at the teams alone, wala pa yung compositions, IPT would already have an advantage. Una kasi may 1-win na sila. And second of all, syempre kasi very veteran players. No? So for our new viewers out there,
and pangatlo, the fatigue. There is fatigue para dito sa for Venatus. Kasi inaayos nila yung technical difficulties sila. Nanggaling pa sila sa game. And now, nabigyan sila ng isang talo na agad.
So the mental baggage. That's very true. So IPT definitely, things are in their favor.
The pressure is on for the side of Venatus.
That's true. They have a lot to prove in this game, but they did show quite well during the first game again earlier today against Asian Arena. So hopefully, makarry over nila yung decision making and pagka-in-sync nila nung first set nila today against Asian Arena into this game against IPT, because they'll need every advantage they can get against IPT.
At the same time, kahapon nakita natin yung IPT not at their best form din. Like,
that's true.
They've drafted hero or champions rather that is kinda bad dun sa champions nito Mineski. I mean, Velcos against Yasuo.
Yeah. Very much. If you guys watched that game, you would have known that it was definitely in Mineski's favor. So IPT, yung form nila, definitely not looking.
Oh, in Spear!
No!
What just happened? And this is bad.
Nako, Gragas is actually invading. Will he see that and get the kill? Spear's actually very low. Flash!
Oh
my god.
Okay.
Into the queue. They actually burn. Yeah, both of them burn their flashes. Spear is going to be set back. At least he's able to secure the 2 buffs before he goes for the wolves. Actually, Makaro Opa's still hunting for Spear right now.
Hindi ba mas maganda kung binato niya muna yung barrel?
The Q and then E?
Like, throw it first, then when it's, traveling.
E-flash.
E-flash.
Yeah, pwede actually. That would have been nice. That way, might time siya mag-W into the kill.
Yeah, and at the same time, you can get one more physical attack.
Yeah. That's true. Might have actually been the kill, which would have been horrible for Spear, because he would have passed 2 buffs and given Oppa possibly like a 3 buff start.
At the same time, you used Might on that, what do you call that, frog again. Pero dito Spear, mga kaibigan, nagkaulihan na, and Kitanda will be the first blood of the game. And dun naman sa baba, meron din nagkaroon ng kill. It's going to be the trash falling down at the hands of Marky.
So things going very well for IPT, despite yung medyo worrisome na nangyari dun sa jungle na with Spear. He's able to get first blood plus another kill at the bot lane for IPT, so things looking good in the early game. And here in the top lane, well, we don't really expect anything to happen here since it's just a Sion and Urgot.
Who knows? Malay mo, biglang may mag-overextend dyan. Hindi mo maintindihan. May mga times na ganun
They happen.
Yung sobrang low na ng katapat mo, tapos biglang, sabi niya, kaya ko to, I got this. Biglang papasok ka, biglang meron palang kakaibang mahi ka na gagamitin sa'yo, hindi mo alam. Pero yung mga ganitong bagay.
They definitely happen, no? Minsan akala mo, porket tank sila, wala mamamatay.
Kahit mga tank nasasaktan din. Yun ang
yun ang moral of the story.
Yun ang moral story. Kahit mga tank nasasaktan din yan. Pero, ito, looking at the matchups right now, in terms of last hits, hindi magkakalayo. Although nakita natin yung there is this certain advantage para sa IPT. Pero it's not that fatal for the side of core.
Very true, no. In terms of scaling kasi, medyo magkapareho yung both teams. Unlike the first 2 games we had, where very clearly medyo may team composition differences na yung isang team, late game yung isa, mid game. Ito, medyo magkapareho kasi both bot lanes this time, Lucian, Swain, they kind of scale evenly throughout the game. Both Victor and Ryze, late game sila. Mid lane engage!
Goodness! IPT with the rotations. Pinaparusahan nila ngayon yung Venatus. Nakita siguro nila kanina kung paano nila aayusin to, and Kitanda is one of the main players dito, and they're trying to shut them down.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the power of Ryze sa may mid lane.
Yeah.
You can just go for the snare. If you go for it, nako, ang daming na-open up na possibilities for a rotation.
Nakita natin, sobrang flawless ng execution na yun. It's just the easy flash, headbutt pulverize from the Alistar, which was set up by the snare of the Ryze, tapos easy spear from the Nidalee, who barely even needs to aim. You already held them still, so...
And at the same time, Ignite was used by Yuki.
Yeah.
So talagang...
Sure kill talaga yun.
There is no way in hell na makatakas ka doon sa buong sequence na yun.
Yun talaga yung mahirap, no? Especially playing a Victor, considering how napaka-low yung mobility ng isang Victor na without any dashes. Another gank at mid. Will it be the kill? Spear getting very low. One turret shot. Can he finish the kill? Oh, wow. Actually gets the shutdown there.
And the ultimate there, just dealing damage. Hindi na makapag-commit si Light just because he needed to get out. if he wanted to live. That could have been a double kill kung pinilit nila yon. And I think that was a good play coming out from Light. Alam niya yung limitations niya.
Yeah, very true, very true. Rise still needs some time to scale. But nakita natin ang Makaru Oppa relieving pressure at the bot lane. They're able to get the kill onto Yuki. They're punishing actually because they knew Yuki used flash at mid. So Makaru Oppa went immediately down to bot to punish that. So they're able to get a kill there.
This game time kasi talaga kung scaling yung buong name ng the name of the game is scaling. Eh gusto mo yung mga laners mo will have enough uptime. Kung pwede nga buong laning stage may uptime sila eh. Di ba? And sabihin natin dito si Light, pinili niya lang yun, sabi niya, pagka na-deads kasi ako dito, baka makalamang siya bigla. Pero dito si Spear mga kaibigan, oy! Kamuntikan.
Flash and dash from the Urgot there to evade yung knockup dito from Icaro. So, pretty well played. Although he was kind of overextended sa lane doon. Wala siyang vision on the Tri-Brush while pushing. So, hindi na nakita na papunta na si Spear. But, Spear didn't have to burn anything. So, he's actually counter-jungling right now. Gragas spotting out Spear, but he will, just blast going out.
And, kung nakikita mo yung buong sequence na yun, yung parang yung ginawa ng Urgot. Hindi niya naman talaga alam eh, pero Spear was thinking siguro na, baka may word dito. Kasi tumatakbo siya.
Yeah.
So, ang ginawa niya na lang, inaantay niya siguro bago niya ibato yung spear. Pero if he threw the spear, dun sa may bush, that could have been a kill.
Yeah.
Pero ako si Jawei.
Easy Q there from Light. Just, they knew. Wala kasing vision yung side ng core Venatus on that Tri-Brush again. So, the Tri-Brush vision, very important for spotting yung mga ganks na ganun, especially from someone like Rise who can just easily go to the side lanes with the Realm Warp. And
to add to that, lahat ng ginagawang ikot ng IPT dito, walang ward na kalapag yung core Venatus. So, ang galing mag-set up ng play dito ng IPT using the vision to their advantage.
Yeah, true. Nakita natin actually, I think, ng first game na ganun din ata yung problema ng Venatus that they didn't really have a good amount of vision set up around objectives. So, they need to keep that in mind kasi they've given up around 4 deaths already almost solely to yung lack of vision nila. So, they have to keep up the vision.
I mean, they're still not out of the game. Like, it's too early to say. But they need to stop the bleeding. Yun talaga yung pinakailangan nila gawin dito. Kasi if ever they set up their wards in a way na alam ng IPT, kasi kumbaga meron din silang data dito eh. Meron silang information where the core Venatus squad sets up their wards. And if alam nila yon, they know where to go. And I think IPT did their homework. Alam nila kung paano i-deal with yung mga rotations or yung mga galawan dito ng core Venatus. Sinasabi lang nila, okay, let's make the most out of it. Pero doon, Scuttler mga kaibigan, kala ko may binato siya na iba. Scuttler lang pala.
Yeah, we're seeing so far IPT really doing well in this early game. Smite down. Will they hook? Wow, actually they don't hook Spear. That was weird kasi sobrang lapit na ni Spear nun. But anyway, that is gonna be some vision secured again for IPT at this bot lane. Engage.
Yuki mga kaibigan, nandun sa may gitna. Tignan natin dito, Thresh getting caught out and Spear going in. The flash is there. Blast code! Natapon si Makaru Oppa. Napilitan pa siya mag-flash. Pero eto na mga kaibigan, retaliation coming up from core Venatus. Spear trying to run away. He will be the first casualty netong skirmish na to. Pero si Marky, pinipilit niya lumaban in Wisteria Tiger. He will try to get that Marky, but the flash just waiting for the right time. And Makaru Oppa, pinipilit niya lumaban dito. Explosive cast will be thrown out, but Makaru Oppa will go down. Marky will be the next casualty, and that is a 2-for-1 trade favoring the side of core Venatus.
Yeah, so actually core Venatus doing very well to punish yung over-aggression ng IPT. We saw them really try to engage with the flash headbutt pulverize sa jungle, but the moment actually that blast cone was popped by Jawei, they should have already backed out. Nakita natin when they still pushed after that blast cone pop, easy gravity field there from Victor, just stunned the both of them, and it was an easy kill there.
Alam mo, that was a fatal misplay coming out from core Venatus. It's a good thing that Makaru Oppa had flash. Kung wala siyang flash nun,
easy kill.
Wala sila makukuha kahit ano doon. And just because IPT, they bit off more than they can chew. And ayun talaga yung fatal mistake na nagagawa ng mga veterans na. If they think they can take up the fight, they will. And at times, yung over-aggression na yon, it's not favorable for you.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Giving away yung leads na meron na sila. No? IPT, they still have a 1k gold lead, pero of course, the chances of giving that away to Venatus are still up in the air. So far, Kitanda able to get the 2 kills actually from your previous skirmish, so that is going to help him keep this mid lane in check. Spear looking to land the spear in the mid lane on this Nidalee so far.
I guess, kapag kagamit niya sa Talia, siya si IPT Stone. Ngayon, hero lang siya eh. Ganyan lang talaga yung bigayan eh. Pero, in a way, nakikita mo talaga dito kung paano umikot si Spear. Although there are times talaga na napipilitan siya pumasok, and that is the nature of the hero. You need to go in, you need to burst someone down. Yes. Pero kapag hindi nag-commit yung mga teammates mo,
you have to know
alam mo sana kung paano tumalon pabalik. Yun na lang naman talaga. Pero alam mo, yun yung hindi binibigay dito ng Venatus, pero dito yung Scuttler, mga kaibigan, sinipa ng walang kalaban-laban on the other side, and that is a free Scuttler dito for the side of Venatus.
Yeah, I think they might be looking to get that Rift Herald, if ever, kasi Urgot is actually pushing up his top lane, so the pressure might help them to get that Rift Herald and maybe get their first tower. Wala pang first blood tower gold na nakukuha, so they might be able to get that. But
continue.
Yeah, so far, no, in terms of yung CS, it's actually interesting kasi Urgot, usually when you pick him into a composition, you expect him to get ahead. But so far in this game, it's actually been Icarus who's been getting the lead. So that can be telling siguro of yung parang veteran experience that comes along with Icarus being an IPT. He knows the matchup, and Sion, you know, being pretty tanky, he's able to just use the Q and the E to just negate a lot of the damage there from Urgot.
As far as I remember, Icarus came from TNC.
I think so.
Tapos napalitan siya ni JLC, which made him jump organization.
Yeah.
So, yung meta natin ngayon ng League of Legends, parang dati napapansin ko, one win lang on the bottom lane, like, napupush na agad yung towers. Ngayon, medyo mabagal yung shifting. Pero sa may taas, naglolokohan sila pareho. Sige, pakiramdam nyo, papatay nyo isa't isa. Ewan ko na lang sa inyo.
Although, si Icarus medyo masakit din siya. Oh, mid lane. Potential engage, but they just push a light away. They might go for this mid lane. Although, Dragon is also up. So, we'll see who's able to secure. Actually, first Drake pa lang to. Wala pa na secure. So, let's see who's able to get this one. Vision. Set down for IPT, TPs for both top laners. So this could be a huge fight.
Oh, explosive cast, mga kaibigan. Nahuli sila dito with Stereo Tiger with the ultimate. Pero siya ang pinap-target dito ni Marky. Marky getting caught out. At siya na ata yung una sasabog dito. But Yuki, in the middle of everything. Spear with the spear, mga kaibigan. Pero eto na, si Icarus. Icarus, mga kaibigan. Pinilit lumaban dito. The TP coming out from the top laner dito. The Urgot. Did he cancel it? Will he just go for the first tower down?
Oh my gosh, I think it's gonna be a tower trade. I'm not sure kung gaano ka-healthy pa yung top lane turret natin, but this might be a trade. It could also be IPT turning back to just go for the Dragon immediately.
I think Dragon Tower to. Turret to. Just because the Victor is at the bottom lane.
Yeah.
And it's not easy pushing against a Victor.
Yeah, of course. So that is gonna be first Drake going to IPT. I'm not sure actually kung kamusta yung death trade natin kanina, no? But it is going to be first blood gold, tower gold, or first brick gold going over to Venatus, and that's going to go to Urgot solo.
Step in the right direction if you want to win these games na medyo pangit yung early game nyo. You need to get the objectives. Yeah. Although IPT got the Dragon, it's okay. As long as you have your gold. And eto na ata, mga kaibigan, tapos na ata yung lokohan. Eto na, maglalaban na ata sila dito. Icarus just being very tacky, but the flash will be used. And tuloy ang lokohan, mga kaibigan, sa top lane.
Expected naman yun na Sion wouldn't be able to kill him, but that is going to be a free turret for Urgot there in the top lane. Sion will try to push this in, pero so far, 16 minutes into the game, 2,000 gold leads still for IPT. And I think as we progress to the late game, I actually think it's also still in IPT's favor. Kasi looking at their team composition, Alistar and Sion are just much better frontliners compared to your Gragas and your Thresh na medyo malambot pa rin kahit sabihin natin na semi-tank siguro sila as they get their items. That Rise as well will be very scary. So if the Sion and the Alistar can secure, get the hard CC onto our key carries here, Swain's damage will also eventually fall off. So late game will probably be in favor of IPT. So Venatus, they need to make their own proactive plays here.
And at the same time, if you relegate the jungler Gragas to a tank, ang laking sayang nun sa damage nyo. Like, sa totoo lang, yun yung pinaka-problema din dito for Venatus. They took a page out of the Asian Arena lineup kanina. And now, wala rin silang damage. Although they have the Victor, but the Victor can only do so much. Kapag nahuli siya with a Sion and an Alistar na hindi ganun kahirap. They can just force it in na papasok lang sila, i-knock up lang nila si Kitanda, and Kitanda might just go down just because may nidali pa tayo dito.
Exactly. Tapos yung summoner's spell pa niya is Ignite and not, for example, Cleanse or Barrier. So he really will die really quickly, no? And siguro yung isa thing to point out then on the composition of Venatus is they don't have that, you know, traditional ranged carry. So, puro short range tuloy sila. And that actually works in favor of IPT. Ooh. Wow, the damage from Spear.
Disgusting damage. Goodness. Light here, try to run away. Pero eto na mga kaibigan, nahatak siya. Hindi ka makakatakas, Yugi Boy. Diyan ka lang.
Fear beyond death. And that is going to be a secured kill. Another kill as well for IPT in the bot lane. Grabe. Yung experience dito ng IPT really showing in this game.
It's a veteran move.
Yes,
like if you see 3 champions in the middle lane, automatic na sila sasagot with their own kill. And mas juicy yung kill na nakuha nila, might I say. Just because si Light ngayon, medyo nakakuha na siya ng ano niya. Nakakuha na siya ng items niya. So, what scepter is that?
Archangel Staff.
Archangel Staff. So, ito na yung simula ng pag-scale up ng ni Light ng paunti-unti. Kanina, kung kanina yung nagawa yan, pakiramdam ko mas malaki yung effect niyan. Pero ngayon, meron na siyang items. So.
Yeah, he's got the items down. So, sobrang sakit na yan. And yung mahirap pa dyan, walang kaya maki 1v1 kay Light, especially when he gets maybe 3 items going. So, at that point, pwede na actually mag 1-4 split push yung IPT. And it's gonna split Venatus apart. So, for this phase of the game, I think the best option that Venatus have would be to really use yung pick potential nila, no? Because they have the Swain, Thresh, and Urgot. So, if you can grab the relatively, medyo malambot pa kasi yung tanks dito ng IPT eh. So, if you can get the Urgot to pull in some of the tanks, use the Thresh, use the Swain, lock them down, gravity field, and then maybe use the Grags to disengage after. It'll be easy picks there for Venatus without any way for IPT to respond.
So, yun nga mga kaibigan, ang sinasabi lang ni Kuya Amplifier natin, Jaway, kailangan mong mag-step up.
Kailangan mong mag-hook.
Jaway, kailangan mong step up. Yeah. Kanina, sobrang ganda ng game niya eh. That led them to their win. Kasi kanina, yung mga panahong yung ibang ACA players ay nagva-farm ng kanilang jungle, doon siya nakakahanap ng kills. Pero wala atang problema dito mga kaibigan na maghanap ng kill ang IPT. They go for Jade and the rotations mga kaibigan from IPT, they know where to push.
Yes, exactly. And the sad part is, Venatus is not throwing any punches back. They're just absorbing all of the punches that IPT are taking without making any of their own. And that's usually, you know, sometimes the sign of a team that lacks the experience. No, they're not making their own plays. They're not trading objectives or kills. Flash!
Ooh!
And the kill for Marky.
And Marky pumasok na lang dito. Walang inisip. And sabi ni Lucian, ikaw, ninakaw mo yung kaluluwa ng asawa ko.
Oh my God, oo nga pala.
Oh, the lore.
That very sad lore, no? Pero he does get his revenge.
Is it his girlfriend or his wife?
I believe his wife.
Okay.
Which is even worse. So, yeah, let's try not to think about that as we get into this game. 20 minutes in and a 5,000 gold lead, no? Going over to IPT. They've got the turret lead. They're 1/3 ahead. All is not lost for Venatus, no? Pero like I was saying earlier, IPT just keep throwing punches. Now, hindi sila tumitigil. Rotation after rotation, objective after objective. They're just able to always secure the objective with a couple of kills to boot. So, Venatus, again, they are struggling with trying to make their own proactive plays. They're struggling with the vision. The map is dark, and even if they have wards up, it's not where the vision needs to be. So they need to secure the vision around those objectives.
Alam mo kasi parang para sa akin itong league parang boxing to eh. Na syempre yung IPT susuntok na susuntok. Kanina ang daming counter punch na ginagawa ng Venatus. Pero kasi kapag sinusuntok ka nila na sinusuntok at sobrang dami na, paminsan talaga nahihilo ka na sa gagawin mo. Yun nangyari din sa Venatus. Hindi nila alam kung paano sila mag-react ngayon. Even the Dragon, libre.
Yeah, very
Libre
true,
to.
very true. Yung Hilo analogy, feeling ko, that's very, very apparent no, especially in pro games na kapag sobrang experience yung kalaban mo and they just keep throwing punches at you, parang medyo hindi mo tuloy alam, ano na ba yung win condition ko
ano
at this point in the game.
Kumbaga, nawawala yung checklist mo kung paano ka mananalo, the requirements para manalo ka, nawawala na sa utak mo, and the only thing you're doing is you're trying to get farm, you're trying to secure your jungle, which is kind of pointless at this point of the game. I mean, it's good. It's good practice.
Yeah.
But if you're winning or even yung match, pero ngayon, 6-12, this is not even.
Very true, no? Oh, actually, Venatus looking to make a play onto Sion, though. And that's going to be a TP coming in. Who's going to get the kill? Yuki. He's going to get caught by the Urgot. That's going to be another kill. Sion, can he escape? He actually flashes out. Another kill going over to the side of Venatus. And they're finally able to throw a punch of their own.
Ayun, katulad ng ginawa natin dito, IPT, suntok sila ng suntok. Medyo naging careless naman yung suntok nila doon. And this is typical veteran play. I mean, you're overestimating yourself at times. Yeah, complacency at its finest. Marky and the others won't be faced by this. Sabi nila, okay lang, sige. We can still go for the push. Hindi naman natin iisipin. We'll just go for the poke. And Jawei, Atresh isn't that soft,
Yeah,
pero
that's true.
Spear is just throwing the spears and makes it look so easy to take down Jawei.
Yeah, that's very true. Yun na nga yung sinasabi ko, kasi yung front line nga talaga ng IPT, mas reliable talaga siya sa tanks dito ng Venatus. Pero we saw, no, IPT showing signs of weakness even yesterday in their game against Meneski. They had lost pretty hard.
Another steal
another smite steal. Very nice there from Makaru Opa.
Alam mo, para dun sa scuttler na yon, talagang makikita mo kung sinong may gusto eh. Kasi si Spear hindi niya ginagamit yung hindi niya ginagamit yung smite niya. Pero di si Makaru Opa, sabi niya, sige, paghirapan mo, smite ko yan. Yun pinaka nangyayari, pero si Light na naman mga kaibigan na napagtripan nila dito, and Light will just get away. He does have the movement speed to get out of that. And Mercury Boots yung kinuha niya dito.
Yeah.
Actually, everyone is with a Mercury Boots except the Alistar.
Makes sense, no? Kasi a lot of the damage from both sides is actually magic damage. You have Rise and Nidalee from one side, and then you've got Victor, Swain, and Gragas actually from another side. Napakarami CC on both sides, so they need to be careful. The additional tenacity, of course, on the Mercury has also helped, so that's very good. I think one important takeaway also from yung fight na nakita natin no, sa may blue buff ng Venatus when they were able to get their own or throw their own punch was that they can very easily punish positioning. No? Kasi the moment that Marky or Spear or Light, they're still quite squishy no, during this stage of the game, the moment you make one wrong step, an easy death sentence, never move, or fear beyond death from Urgot will pretty much almost surely kill you. So that's one of the openings here for Venatus. If they can make up for their mistake during their first game today, which is to properly set vision around an area, wait for IPT to overcommit, and then punish them for their positioning, that can be one opening. Because we've seen IPT, yes, they're throwing a lot of punches, but those punches aren't always the right punches to make. No, they tend to overextend, to become over-aggressive, and those can be openings for Venatus to get back in the game.
Ilaban natin boxing paminsan ng IPT sa Bisipa. Nabibigyan sila ng penalty bigla dito ng Venatus. But still, karamdam ko ang pinaka-checklist dito ni Light para mag-survive sa fights is get out of Jade's way. Like the Urgot's way. Kahit sabihin mo mag-ulti ka dyan, throw your ult, okay. Tatakan kita mabalik sa akin. I don't really have to go in. I don't really have to spend a lot to get you out. I don't really need to burst you down. Kailangan lang hilahin kita doon. Just put you in the middle of everything.
And then everyone else will take care of it. Yeah, that's very true. We're seeing, oh my god. And that's an easy kill. And just not sure why he was there actually. Kasi looking at the wards right now, you can see IPT have completely dominated that part of the map. Yung top side map is theirs entirely. And that's because Baron's here. And Venatus probably will not be able to even contest this. There's a TP from Light. He can actually TP here, so Venatus, they might actually get sandwiched here.
Pero ito na mga kaibigan, nagkaulian na Jawei in the middle of everything, throwing his ulti para lang makatakas sila dito. And Jawei with the death sentence, pero Light on the other side. Pero si Jade, hinabol dito si Light mga kaibigan, pero he doesn't want any of that, any of the aggression coming out dito from the side of IPT, napatakbo siya. And this might be a free Baron. Pipilit pa ba ito mga kaibigan ng ng Venatus? They don't have vision, but I think they have an idea.
Yeah, they do have an idea. Definitely, nababalikan yun ng IPT. That's gonna be Jade trying to distract him in the front line. Can he pull anyone in? Maybe delay this Baron IPT. Actually, most of them are quite low now, so if this is gonna be a full 5v5, IPT might actually still have the chance to lose this team fight. They have to be careful. We're actually seeing Jade full pushing mid now to pressure IPT to move away from the Baron. That's a pretty good decision, and I think it worked. IPT are actually recalling.
Can Venatus take the Baron?
Right now, probably not. Kasi looking at the vision, it's just way too easy for Icarus probably when the TP comes up to just come in flank and then everyone to dive. And also you have the Realm Warp from Rise, so he can just bring his entire team into the pit and then try to snowball onto Venatus. But we'll have to see. They didn't decide to go for it though, as Dragon is coming up. That's gonna be, what is that? Ocean Drake.
Yeah. So, and at the same time, kung iisipin mo, Venatus, if they were ready to go for the reward, that could have been the best play na ginawa nila for this game. Kasi kung isipin mo, yung health bars dito ng IPT, we're at 1/4, 1/2. Yeah. So a fake back wouldn't really be the best answer for them, or hindi yun yung path na dapat i-take nila, because
they were low.
Like 60-40, they will lose the they will lose that clash.
And sometimes nakita natin actually, especially when was that, first or second game, sometimes the most unexpected Barons can seal the game. Like we saw earlier, I believe it was also Venatus that secured that Baron na biglang napaback yung Asian Arena, and then they just went for the Baron when Asian Arena had fully backed already, so they didn't have time to respond. Maybe Venatus can do that again in this game.
And at the same time, dun yung ginawa ng Asian Arena yan was very ill-advised. You don't really go back kapag kan alam mong nandun.
Contested yung Baron.
Yung contested yung Baron. If you have full health or full HP bars, you wouldn't really go for a full back.
Yeah.
Kasi you know that at that point of the game, at that part of the game, lalaban na talaga eh. Pero Jade dito mga kaibigan, nahuli. Tatlong champions na nakapalibot sa kanya dito, and Light is there as a damage dealer. Exhaust will be used to actually lessen the damage coming up from Light here, but still, it won't be enough. Masyadong madaming crowd control na nabato sa kanya doon.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the call there was from Venatus. They didn't really communicate why they were going to go there in the first place, because it would have made sense for Jade to be there kung pa-mid push na yung Venatus, because in that case, it would have been a 1-4 split push. They're gonna commit. IPT will get the kill on the Victor. Victor's actually gonna get knocked down. Is he gonna go down? He pops down the ult. Spear survives. He flashes out. There's gonna be some burn damage. It won't be enough to finish him off, though. Yuki trying to secure the kill as the rest of Venatus back out. This is gonna be one kill again for IPT. They punish Venatus for their very out of sync plays.
And yun talaga eh, dun paramdam ko, dun magaling yung lineup ng IPT. The draft of IPT is good against chasing heroes. Champions rather. Pero Light was there, a Tiger. Just
oh my god. Ito na talaga.
And this is the power of a Rise.
Yeah.
Like, okay, if you are alone in the lane, just casually farming.
Get ready to die.
Get ready to die. Ganun talaga siya.
At hindi ka pa makakagalaw kasi perma-root ka na nun ng snare niya on the W from Rise. So really, well played from Light so far. 4-2 on the KDA, and overall in gold, it's just still a very big amount at 30 minutes in. So Venatus, they were able to find one opening when they punished IPT. Pero in terms of making their own plays, again, gaya na sinabi natin kanina, it seems still they're not sure what their condition is to win at this point in the game. During these downtimes, ideally, you want to be able to discuss that. Like, ano nang gagawin natin? Ano plano natin? Kasi earlier, we saw, like, for example, Jade, at 30 minutes in the game, you don't want to see your top lane just randomly dying in another lane, right? Like, that's the worst thing ever. Kasi the moment na mangyari yun at up yung Baron at namatay bigla yung isa, sure Baron na yun, diba? From the side of IPT.
And at the same time, split pushing and dying is good. Pero you're not even near the tower, the tier 2 tower. You're just at the halfway mark. Nandun ka sa may river part.
You're just lost.
Alam mo yun, parang nawawala ka lang talaga. And Jade, that was ill-advised. And at the same time, mga kaibigan, meron lang tayong onting pause. I think some of the players disconnected. 816 net worth is looking bad for the side of Venatus for 47.3k for the side of IPT.
5,000 gold lead, no, from the side of IPT. And I'm sure that, you know, the baggage that comes with the tech difficulties they seem to be experiencing, medyo nasisira din siguro yung momentum nila as a team. I mean, aside from having to think about what they have to do in this game, nakakasal pa sila ng mga
kailangan mo pa kasi talaga ayusin.
Yeah.
And at the same time, habang nagkakaroon ng technical difficulties, syempre, kinakausap mo rin yung Marshall, nagkakausap rin kayo ng mga tao. So there is a lot of stress na nabato ngayon dito sa Venatus.
Yes.
So they need to like step it up.
Yeah, I think they need to reset, no? Kasi we're seeing, they need to regain their composure. Kasi nakita natin, medyo kalat nga yung play. They're making fights left and right. Sometimes, most of the time, they don't need to be taking those fights. So, reset. Think again what it is that you have to do right now. At this stage of the game, Baron is definitely the next objective. You have the smite, you have some vision near the Baron area. So, i-push in na konti yung waves, maybe try to go for a steal, but don't force it. Kasi even if you don't get the Baron, the game isn't necessarily over. I mean, yes, maybe it's a 70% chance IPT already win the game at that point, but the punishing potential ng composition pa rin ng Venatus, I think, is still there. Kasi we saw it before in the blue buff, as long as Urgot can secure one of the squishy carries, if you can get Marky, if you can get Spear, and then go for the explosive cask to bring them into into the Swain and the Victor, I think there's still a possibility that Venatus can punish IPT.
And ito din yung napapansin ko sa lineup dito ng Venatus. They have very good third tower defense. Like kung mapansinin mo, they're very they're not that mobile. Pero kung standstill yung laban and they want to like clear waves, poke out, ang dami nilang ways para gawin yun. You have the barrels, you have the laser coming out from Kitanda. Ang dami nilang ways. Ang dami nilang ways para i-take down dito yung push na gagawin ng IPT. But IPT dito, knowing that they're veterans, they know that they need the Baron. Kasi with the Baron, the creeps will be buffed. Hindi sila ganun kadali patayin. And at the same time, you have extra damage coming out from the pokes of Spear.
Actually, interesting nga kasi you were saying, diba, na yung Venatus, maganda yung parang ability na to stall out the waves, to punish, with the death sentence, with the fear beyond death. Yung IPT is actually the entire opposite of that kasi one-way bullet Sion train yung composition nila eh. No? Parang Alistar jumps in, Sion jumps in, everyone jumps in, and the moment you commit, wala na kayong exit nun. Maybe a lucky Realm Warp will save you to kind of bounce out of there, but in the end, it's really kind of a one-way train. So if IPT make the wrong committed call and Venatus punish them, that really could flip the game. So IPT still have to respect the damage that comes, especially from Kitanda. Looking for a possible steal. I don't think he should have shown himself at the wave. That could have been a steal.
That could have been a steal, pero there is still a ward over there. I don't think they can. And here is the push coming out from the side of IPT. But before that, they want to take out Jade. Jade will be the prime target here. Jade trying to run away, but it won't matter. At andito si Gragas, mahuhuli din ata siya. Tumatakbo na siya dito. The body slam will be used. Makaroopa. And he will get bursted down. And Spear is just doing the plays, making the plays for the side of IPT.
I'm actually not sure what happened there because it looked like they wanted to contest. I'm not sure if they should have known. I think that the Baron was being taken.
The Realm Warp was used.
Oh yes, they used it to bring the minions into the inhibitor. That's one thing that Rise provides for the team. Once you have the Baron, you can Realm Warp all your minions, Baron buffed, into an inhibitor just to easily take it down. So that's a very easy inhib.
That was well timed. I mean, you are dealing with 3 minions na naglalakad din. So you have to time it right. And sa dami nung wave, halos buong wave ata yung nadala
halos buong wave yung nadala niya.
Wow.
Massive Baron buff wave gives them that 1 inhib. And it's gonna be even harder. 10,000 gold lead at 30 minutes and a 10 kill lead.
And that caught them off guard, mga kaibigan. Venatus wasn't ready for that. They will lose an inhibitor. Just because pinakad na naman nila yung sakit nila sa mga lanes. Not really taking into account na kaya gawin ng isang Rise yun.
And I think, even from the draft, I don't know if it's preference, but I don't think I would have drafted this way on the side of Venatus just because you no longer have any reliable AD damage when you reach the later phases of the game. Since wala kang marksman, you're literally only relying on Swain and Victor to deal the damage here. Because at this point, Urgot, yes, he does wonderfully during the early laning phase to deal damage, but at this point, he's kind of just relegated to a CC machine. You know, you pull someone in to secure a kill, you know, you dash and knock someone into your team, but aside from that, he's not really expected to deal the consistent damage.
Oh, pero yun na nga mga kaibigan, hold that thought. Nandito mga kaibigan, Icarus gets thrown out by the explosive cast. I don't really think na yun yung gusto niya mangyari. Pero with that explosive cast down, open na dito mga kaibigan yung base nila. It's open.
3 inhibitors pretty much assured here for IPT and the veterans looking to make this an easy 2-0.
Oy! Ang ganda naman nun! Naku po, ang daming nangyari dun mga kaibigan. Nag-flash siya, nag-knock up siya, pero nag-flash din yung Thresh. Natulak siya dun sa kabila, pero naglalaban pa rin sila dito mga kaibigan. Yuki will be the first casualty, will be the first death dito for the side of IPT. Hindi ko na alam kung ano nangyayari, pero Nidalee just trying to burst down Swain, and yes, he will. Triple kill dito para kay Spear. Urgot will be the next target, pero gusto pa rin ni Spear dito lumaban, and Barky, he takes down the Victor, and with that, I think this is game. IPT will secure the series 2-0. And Venatus is out of the tournament.
Pretty much. That's such a well-played game from IPT.
Nakita mo
Realm Warp into the fountain for ultimate disrespect. But that's gonna be just a really dominant game from our veterans Imperium Pro team.
They wanted to take down the Gragas. Ang ginawa nila, nag-realm warp sila dun sa may fountain.
Yes.
Sabi nila, tutumba ka namin.
I think they took a note from Fnatic's game recently at Worlds where they realm warped into the fountain. But anyway, that was just a really well-played game from IPT. I think we saw, I mean, just, you know, to put expectations down, we were not expecting Venatus to take away the game. IPT were clearly favorites, and in fact, if they had lost, that would have been quite embarrassing on their side because IPT are, you know, they're an age-old team. They're a household name to a lot of League of Legends fans in the Philippines, so they were definitely the top dogs here. Venatus, though, I think they still gave a pretty good fight up until that mid-game. The draft, I think, they kind of lost there. I didn't point it out early on. I think I should have, no. Pero I do think that it would have been better for them not to so much tunnel vision on AP damage with this Swain and Victor. Kasi nakita natin, as we reached the mid to late game, no one could touch Rise and no one was dealing damage. So even if Urgot and Thresh were to death sentence and to ult someone in, wala talagang damage na magpo-follow up dun.
And at the same time, yung mga champions nila isn't that mobile. And if you are going for a standstill, like an extended team fight with an Alistar and a Sion, you wouldn't really think na hindi nila mag-break yung frontline mo.
Yeah.
It's hard, and kung papansin mo pa yung mga ginawang plays dito ng IPT, they were just trying to, like, alam mo yon, taka, i-one up natin sila lagi. Gulangan natin. Nasa atin yung experience, gulangan natin sila. And I think they took note of that Fnatic game na sinasabi mo.
Yeah.
That's why they knew na pwede nila gawin yon, yung Realm Warp dun sa may turret. And they just used it, and it worked. I mean, na-caught off guard dito yung Venatus. Tapos biglang
and
after
nun, wala na nangyari. Crazy. Sana yun, yung Realm Warp to go
sinama niya lahat. Sinama niya lahat doon. Tingnan mo, ang dami doon, hinahabol yung Gragas.
Grabe. The ultimate greed, no? Pero, well played from IPT now. I think if, you know, looking at the players, I think everyone did well, but maybe put more attention mostly to IPT's support. No, si Alistar, I think he really opened up, you know, a lot of the lanes. We saw him. It started with that mid lane flash headbutt pulverize gank with Spear to kill si Kitanda in the mid lane. And from that point on, he was just, you know, headbutt pulverizing left and right throughout the game, and it really enabled, you know, IPT, the rest of the people, to just carry, especially Light and Marky. They just had so many kills, I feel.
And ayun lang I mean, that was a complete outplay coming out from IPT. They just showed that they were the veteran team. They were the better team. At ayun na nga mga kaibigan, I think we need to head on for a short break. Mamaya, yung next na laban natin is going to be ISC versus Vendetta.
Yes.
Tingin ko.
Something to look forward to.
Something to look forward to. IPT, congratulations. They will move on to the losers finals, I think.
Yes.
And